Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Chicagon, back at it again. This time with a look at what I mostly really wear during the week. My uniform, if you will. As always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comments are very, very much appreciated. And if you want to keep in touch, the Discord link is down below. Also, by the way, the plant is looking sad, but I have watered her today, so she will be looking sprightly soon. Trust me, I promise you. So recently I've actually seen a lot of content being made over the uniform, or what you should generally do to try and spruce up your look or have some kind of vibe and visual that is so common that people then tend to associate it with you. I've seen Frugal Aesthetic did a video, and actually quite a few TikTokers have then done similar things, I guess, trickle down content. But I wanted to sort of talk about it and what it means for me and what I actually wear, because for me personally, it's a little bit different than genuinely picking something the same every day because I want to get used to it. So for me, most days of the week, I ride my bicycle to work. And with riding a bicycle comes a lot of challenges when it comes to fashion and how you're going to be dressing for that part. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but I can't wear anything super wide or flowy because that gets caught in my spokes and it's a bad time. I actually found this out when I first tried to wear some like super wide pants or like flowy pants to ride to a party, and got to the end of the block and it had already gotten caught in my spokes, and I'm so lucky none of it ripped because that would have sucked. So I find myself riding my bicycle about 4 to 5 times a week to and from work. I have 2 jobs in different places, but it's about 10 kilometers one way and then 10 kilometers back. So about 20 kilometers a day on the bicycle. Doesn't seem like a lot. I really, really enjoy riding though, and just sort of like tuning out and listening to things, and I don't know, the wind in your hair. It's a really good vibe. This is my bike. I figured I'd do a little cutaway to it, but it's a State Bicycle Co. I think it's called a Wolf. I got it secondhand for very, very cheap and had to redo the brakes and a bunch of stuff on it, but she goes all right. Please don't steal it from me if you see it at the city. This is how I get to work. But yeah, cool bike. It's just a single speed. You can change the back wheel to like a flip. It's called a flip-flop hub, I think. So you can spin it around and then it makes it a fixed gear, but I'm not that kind of person. I can't do it. I have a friend that always tries to like sneakily do it when he's helping me service my bike, but so far has not been successful. But yeah, this is my bicycle. So when it comes to what I'm actually going to be wearing realistically, I don't have a lot of options because one, I get very, very hot and sweaty. I've mentioned this in so many videos. So I need clothes that can dry quickly and also don't tend to show that I am a mess for a long extended period of time. So as a result, with what I wear to go do these things, it has sort of become my day-to-day uniform because it's all I can really pull off. Well, I still think looking good to a certain extent. You can add accessories and things, but the base level I'm very, very comfortable with, and let's show it off today. So to begin with, very, very easy. The top is always, and I mean like 90% of the time, unless if they're dirty, in which I wear a regular Supima cotton top, but it is a Uniqlo U Airism oversized tee. Now, this top, many people rate as like one of the best. It's about $20 here per top in Australia. And it is amazing. It's breathable, it's light, it dries very quickly. So it really ticks off all my boxes in terms of rideability and also wearability. It's a really, really nice silhouette. As you can see here, the really long sleeves come down to my elbows, and it's got quite a wide fit. I like to wear it tucked into pants, but it also looks equally as good out, as it's not too long either. Maybe I should do the rest of the video standing up, or at least when I'm showing off my clothes. So for the rest of the outfit, we then had some wide Yohji pants. I'll put the actual model up in the description in case you are looking for a pair. But I really like these. These are a wool blend and are actually super comfortable. I'm not wearing any heat tech underneath these. There's some bare leg feel. And they're just really nice. Again, dry super quickly. I can get to work, maybe be a little sweaty, and these will dry, 15, 20 minutes. We're golden. I guess it depends how wet you get and if it's raining, but they dry real fast. I like tucking the top into the pants. It kind of makes it look a bit more together and less casual. Then to finish it off, we have the shoes. These are a pair of Primary wide sneakers. Primary is a British brand made in Portugal, or it's a Portuguese brand made in Britain. It's a European brand, and they make really, really nice, ethically sourced material and produced footwear. Now, I actually got these on Grailed for about $50, and I have to say they're one of the best pairs of shoes that I own. They're super comfy. As you can see, the sole hasn't really deteriorated that much considering I wear these almost every day and throughout, 8-hour work shifts that are constantly involving walking around and doing activities. So really, really stoked with them. I love the chunky sole, and they're a bit of a sleeper hit in my wardrobe. I don't really feature them in a lot of fits in videos because I feel these are more my day-to-day shoe, but they definitely hold their own and I'm super, super happy with them. So the look altogether is very, very monotone, as most of my looks are. And if you want to spice things up a little bit, that's where you can just add accessories. I like to wear this chain that somebody the other day was like, is that an F-boy chain? And I was thinking, I don't know. It's just a nice, easy little chain I got of Depop that does add a little bit of sparkle to a fit and goes with the rings as well. A watch is actually a necessity for work as well. I need a watch to be able to keep track of things and times, as it's a lot quicker than just constantly pulling out and checking your phone, and looks better than doing that in front of customers or clients as well, to be honest. So ultimately, this is the kind of look. Sometimes I might add a belt chain if I am and maybe doing something out of work, say before or afterwards, but I kind of like to keep it pretty low key with accessories, just sort of rings and maybe a necklace. I do have a black necklace as well that I can wear and sometimes do wear when I go for a ride. Now, say these pants are filthy, and they definitely were last week as I rode through a storm, and my goodness, I'm having the worst luck with my bike rides these days. It's fine for most of the day, and then I get on my bike and it unloads all over me. I kind of regret saying that. But basically, I get very, very wet and dirty, and it's very uncomfortable, and I hope that my luck turns around soon, because, yeah, it's not fun riding through storms. Let me be absolutely clear, it's one of the worst things you could do. So these pants are a little bit wide, but they're not too wide. I've noticed no difficulties riding my bike with them, and I can just pull them out a little bit and they hold whilst I'm riding as the wind sort of keeps them in place. So I've had no issues with them getting caught in my chain or anything like that. But say those are out of commission, then that's where these come in. These are a pair of Villa Vila DP01 jeans. They're a pretty awesome pair of jeans made here locally in Melbourne. Unfortunately, Villa doesn't make these anymore. I think they made a couple of revisions and their upcoming drop does not include them. But these are a fantastic pair of jeans that I was lucky to find on Grailed, and I wear them a lot. All right, so let's put them on and you'll see how the look slightly changes, but still has a very similar vibe. All right, so these are the DP01s on body. A skinnier jean, but I really do like how they look and how they stack. They've also got 2 buttons on the waist, so you can either wear them high or wear them low-waisted, should you want to change the silhouette a little bit of them. Really, really simple. Like, you don't actually need this pair of jeans, but I like having a pair of slimmer jeans because that means nothing gets caught in your bicycle, and that's a win. Now, at first I was a bit nervous about wearing these jeans to ride my bike because it didn't feel like they had a lot of give to them, but it's never been an issue. Getting on and off of the bike is fine, which is sometimes difficult in skinnier types of pants. Trust me, it is. And they've actually been super, super comfy through it. So have really, really been a fan of wearing these as well. I don't wear these pants out too much, but they're actually fantastic and I really, really should. I'm just not as big of a fan of having the slimmer silhouette on the legs, but things change and different weather's coming up, so we'll see what happens. Now, a different option for shoes comes into play when I might be at one of my jobs which involves a lot more hands-on work with kind of tech and all that. And also being outside does make a big difference as well. And that's where I will opt to wear these Julius slashing engineer boots with the pants tucked in. For me, I feel a lot more comfortable wearing boots in these kind of situations in case anything might fall on your feet. And just because sneakers themselves, I don't know, I don't think that they're built as well as having a sole like this Vibram sole here to kind of go through the mud and muck and, you know, get really messy with, in case that is something that I'm doing. And, you know, that does happen from time to time when you're out on set. So on foot, they look like this. I really do like the boots tucked into pants look. I say this a lot on TikTok, but I'm just such a fan. But super comfy, super squeaky in this house though, unfortunately. Also very, very bike rideable in these boots. It's not too uncomfortable either. I have a couple other pair of boots that, because they have a bit of a thicker sole, it is difficult to ride in and kind of throws me off a little bit. Whereas these are not too far off the ground, so I'm very, very used to feeling comfortable when I'm pedaling to and from places. A quick thing I wanted to mention as well is that I never thought it would be an issue, but I've actually had a couple of pairs of shoes fall apart whilst riding my bicycle, which is also why I'm very, very confident in wearing these primary shoes, since they've not shown any sort of structural degradation with all the riding I do. And these Julius boots, similarly, like they don't feel any different to when I started riding in them. Compared to some shoes, I've had this pair that I've mentioned many a time in a video here, where I was riding to work, got off my bicycle and was like, that feels a bit weird. And the sole had come apart from the heel. That's actually the same thing that happened to a pair of Ramones that I loved the most, my waxed canvas ones, where the heel just fell off. I was riding my bike a lot in those, and I don't know whether it's a related issue. Maybe I'm riding my bike oddly, but yeah, it's definitely something to keep into account. And it's also why now I just try to stick to these shoes when riding my bike, just in case, because it's stressful. So yeah, that's basically my uniform. I wear this 4 to 5 times a week when I'm going to and from work. So if you ever see me out and about dressed like this, I've probably been at work. So if you're like, hey, how's your day been? I'll respond, I was at work. However, one thing you may have noticed is the fact that, yes, we are in winter, but also I've not mentioned any type of outerwear. And that's mainly, again, to what I said earlier, is I get hot very, 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 very quickly. So even if it's like below 10 degrees Celsius, which is generally pretty cold in Melbourne, by the time I've been riding 5 to 10 minutes, I am warm and I am getting sweaty. So I guess that's a lucky thing. One thing I definitely am looking into is getting a light windbreaker. They're a bit difficult to find. I've only seen one type at Uniqlo, and I don't really know where else to look for a more affordable one. I don't really want, you know, some sort of mountaineering type beat thing, because I just want something to wear if I'm riding my bicycle and it's maybe a little bit wet and the wind is blowing, that's super, super light. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, please let me know, because that's something I definitely am looking into. So yeah, that is my uniform. This may change. I think it'll definitely change if my jobs change and I'm no longer riding my bicycle. However, I'm very, very happy riding my bike a lot, and I love the exercise that I get from it. It's free exercise. I always say that, and people are like, all exercise is free. And I see it as free because the time that I'm taking to get to and from work is shorter than if I was catching public transport. So I'm going faster and also getting a little bit of a workout in there that saves me having to go to the gym all the time to make up for that cardio. So yeah, I'm interested. What's your uniform? What do you generally wear on a day-to-day basis? I'd love to try and figure out what it would be if I wasn't riding all the time. And that time may come in the near future. Who knows what the future may hold for me? Or us. All of us. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And as always, don't do anything I do, except maybe try riding a bicycle. It's pretty fun. And if you've got bike paths and that kind of thing off the road that keeps you away from cars, it definitely keeps your anxiety low. But it's a lot of fun, especially with friends. Until next time, bye-bye.